I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with your cattle market summary for the week ending July the 22nd, where this week it just, what they called it was a bear market rally in a couple of spots there, but we're definitely in a down market, and it's really one step forward and three steps back. If you look at the board this week, that's what it looked like. Live cattle futures on Monday was up $1.50, a little more. Tuesday down $2.05, Wednesday down nearly $1, Thursday down nearly $2, and Friday up $2.42. So ended the week with the August contract at $109.95, which was just down a little over $1 for the week, but it's kind of brutal. You know, we're getting this volatility up and down, but we're losing ground all the time. Feeder cattle futures on the August contract was Monday was up $1.60. Tuesday and Wednesday both down $1.27, Thursday down $4.22, and then up $2.80 on Friday to end the week at $137.20, which was down $2.37 for the week, and it looked like it was going to be a lot worse than that, but it ended up just down less than $2.50. But your fat cattle market this week was lower, of course, and we thought at one point we were tightening up that basis a little bit as we are just about to move into the spot month, and this thing will come together. I guarantee you it will. They always do. They'll come together, and it's probably going to feel like a wreck whenever we do for a lot of these hedged feeders that have been enjoying this big basis we've got going. But they traded cattle every week, which you would think would be a good thing, but they traded cattle lower every day of the week. But we traded cattle every day this week, which was is what people would like to see for the most part in negotiated trade. But we started out on Monday trading cattle even with a few sales there at 117 and 187 dressed, which was it wasn't the worst in the world, which is kind of some cleanup from the week before. But then in the middle of the week they traded some cattle out front several weeks at 115 and a half, which just waters down any kind of leverage that the cattle feeders might hope to get. And then late in the week on Thursday and a little bit more on Friday, your live sales ended up from 114 to 115, which was $2 to $3 lower. Dress sales 183 to 185, $3 to $4 lower. But through Thursday they traded 78,000 head, so it's going to be a pretty good week of movement, and these feedlots are staying current. They're going out and digging some cattle that don't have a whole lot of days on them and moving them in this heat because they don't want to hold on to them and watch those big heavy cattle melt in this hot and humid weather. But they're staying current. The slaughters continues to stay up. This past week's slaughter, 595,000, which was 3,000 less than the previous week, but 60,000 more than the same week a year ago. Our year-to-date slaughter is up 3.4%. So we're working through a lot of these cattle. Fundamentals are really pretty good. Consumer demand is staying pretty good. Box beef cutout values are dropping some, which we knew they would this time of year. For the week, your weekly sales on your choice cutout was 201.39, which was down 461 on the average sales from the previous week. Selects 190.77, which was down 370. But we are keeping this meat cleaned up, and things are going pretty decent there. Like we said, everybody's pretty well current. They just can't seem to gain any ground or any leverage on selling their fat cattle, so it just continues to evaporate away. And where that's going to stop, we don't really know. We know it's going to fall lower than $1.10 before we get done, probably. And a lot of people say we need to be hoping on keeping it over $1 for the cash fat cattle. We'd really hate to see that dip below that. That's a major stumbling block right there. Cattle on feed report come out on Friday here, and it was actually kind of friendly, so you probably won't see anything come out of it, but it sure wasn't any worse. Your on feed numbers July the 1st come out at 101, and estimates were real close to that, and actually just a little bit more, so that sure is not going to hurt anything. Placements come out at 103, and your estimates were 106, so that's fairly bullish or friendly to the feeder cattle market. marketings. We've had huge marketings. Just to give you an idea, was 109% of the same week or same time a year ago. And that was what they predicted pretty much. But so things are pretty friendly on that front there. But you look at your cash feeder market this week, it's so hot, it's just hard to move too many cattle around this week. And we've had a lot of cattle sell in the videos, a lot of them PO'd too, but we've had a lot of marketing going on, but just not any big feeder cattle on-site auctions really going on. Early in the week, things were steady to firm where they had some decent sales till we got to Thursday, and when the feeder cattle board was down 422 on Thursday, then those sales that had a decent run were sharply lower, $5 to $10 lower, and in places like Salina, Kansas, that normally has a really good sale, and it sure wasn't their fault, it was just the way the market was. But any of your big Thursday and Friday sales were a whole lot lower. Look at one Friday sale there on Cattle Market Central. Lexington, Nebraska sold 124 head of steers and one jag there Friday about 12:30 in the afternoon. They weighed 985 pounds, bring 128.50. So working for DV Auction here in my home office in Canyon, Texas. We'll talk to you on Wednesday.